And just for the record, I don't have a bodyguard 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's only when I'm working in the news business, it's become part of the program in the Bay Area. You can't do news in the Bay in certain neighborhoods. And this is what I said to the Chronicle that didn't make it into the paper, is that this problem is not a new problem. This problem with reporters being attacked has been going on for years in the Bay Area. It started off with just Oakland. And at one point, we weren't allowed to go into Oakland without security. And I was told that I need to have two because I was considered a high profile target. It was interesting because you could not be in there without security, and it was to the point where you could be in Oakland, but you could be in Emeryville, or you can be in San Leandro, or you can be in the outskirts of around around Oakland, but you could not be in Oakland. But then the bad guys started migrating from, and I don't mean to say the word migrating. I guess it's a bad choice of words, but they started reaching into like Emeryville, and they started reaching into San Leandro, and it became a problem in those areas as well. And then it transferred over to San Jose, and then San Francisco, because there were times when I used to walk around in some of those neighborhoods. I used to walk around in Oakland with a camera by myself and never worried about a thing. Many times I've been in Oakland with a camera, but of course I kind of grew up streetwise, so I kind of knew I didn't put myself in a situation. But then it got to the point where you really, literally just could not go there, and it was happening to, I know national journalists that showed up and got all their gear stolen. Rather, they stopped off at the In-N-Out Burger by for NBA playoffs. They stopped off the In-N-Out Burger across from the old or
That's like on Hagenberger, right?
yeah, and they came back. They were inside the store, and all their gear was stolen out of the gear. I mean, we're talking $30,000 worth of gear. Even Lisa Guerrero from Inside Edition,
Mhm.
she did a story about cars being broken into, and so she had a vehicle broken into in the morning, and then they were broken into again the second time, which wasn't planned. So this has been a problem for a long time. They've even attacked TV crews. And for a long time, a lot of TV stations wanted to keep this a secret because they were worried that by it getting out there, it would create a bigger problem. The only problem is by keeping it a secret, it made it a bigger problem because there was, no one knew this was going on.
I feel like though, if you kept it a secret, you were at a loss. But then if you put it out there, you're also at a loss because then you have
And
copycats.
someone asked, it's one thing to steal gear, but why the violence? Because it went from strong arms to snatching gear to drawing guns and pulling guns out on people. And and the escalation was that as we got security, which was armed, then the bad guys got more armed. So it's a no-win situation because it's like who in a nuclear war, who really wins? There are no winners. Everybody loses. At the end of the game, we all fight with sticks and stones.